members of Delhi and Pondicherry are taking part in the election of president, but the nominated members of Delhi and Pondicherry are not taking part in the election of president. Hello aspirants, good morning to all of you. Today we are going to see the president chapter, okay? What are the functions of the president and how president is being elected and what is the impeachment process of president. Each and everything details about the president, okay? So here is the, till now, all the presidents figures you can see. These are our presidents till now, okay? Now see, who is President of India? President of India deals under the Article 52, okay? And who is President of India? Indian President is your President is the head of the state. He is the first citizen of India and is a symbol of solidarity, unity and integrity of the nation, okay? Basically, who is President? He is the head of the state. And he is called as the first citizen of India. Okay, he is part of our union executive. Okay, President, who are the part of our union executive? President, Prime Minister, Vice President, Council of Ministers and Attorney General of India. Okay, this question is being asked in the PYQs. So here you can see who are the part of the union executive. In union executive, President is the part of the union executive, Prime Minister, Vice President, and in which thing we get confused, that is AGI. Attorney General of India is the part of the union executive, okay, and the Council of Ministers also. So just remember this AGI part because you will often forget this one, okay. Attorney General of India is the part of our union executive. How is President being elected? Okay, under article this, there is no direct election for the President. For President, we do the indirect election, okay. There is no indirect election. There is no direct election, okay. An electoral college elects him. What are the electoral college who are responsible for the president elections? Comprises elected members of which of the things? Like elected members of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Legislative Assembly like SLA, State Legislative Assembly, only the elected ones. Okay, and then the Legislative Assembly of UTs of Delhi and Puducherry. Okay, in this you can see State Legislative Council have no role. Okay, who all are taking part in the election of President? Those are the members who are elected members of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha and State Legislative Assembly. Only the elected ones, not the nominated ones, okay? And in this election, State Legislative Council has no role. Okay? And from UTs, Delhi and Puducherry, okay? Puducherry is only take part in the election of President. So you have to remember all these 3-4 points from here. Who else are taking part in the election of the President? Okay. After that, what is the value of vote of an MP? How the value of vote of an MP is being elected? Okay. So what is the formula? This is the formula to calculate the value of vote of MP, and this is for MLA. Okay, in this you can see total value of votes of all MLAs of all states divided by total number of elected members of parliament. Okay, and in this value of votes of MLAs, total population of a state, be it Sikkim, Puducherry, according to that it varies. Okay, total population of a state by the total number of elected members in the state legislative assembly. If you cannot see it clearly, then I will write it here. Okay, value of vote of MP. All MLA of all states divided by total number of elected members of parliament. You should remember this formula. Okay, to calculate the value of vote of MP, this is the formula, and after that if you want to calculate the value of vote of MLA, this is the formula, like total population of the state divided by total number of elected member of state legislative assembly into 1 by 1000. Okay, this is the formula. Now let's proceed. Who does not take part in the president election? Now we will see who else are not taking part in the election of the president. Okay, who are those members? These are members. Okay, nominated members of Rajya Sabha. Like we nominate 12 nominated members in Rajya Sabha. Okay, these members will not take part in the president election. After that, nominated members of state legislative assembly. After that, member of legislative council. State legislative council have no role, as you can see earlier. Okay, so here neither the elected member will take part nor the nominated member will take part. This is thing. Okay, both elected and nominated in bicameral legislation will not work here. Like just remember, SLC has no role. After that, nominated members of union territories of Delhi and Pondicherry also. Okay, like elected members of Delhi and Pondicherry are taking part in the election of president, but the nominated members of Delhi and Pondicherry are not taking part in the election of president. So in overall you can see mostly nominated members are not allowed to take part in the election of the president. Okay, after that, what is the term of the president office? Once president is elected, he holds office for 5 years. 5 साल की tenure होती है इनकी. Okay, he sits in the office even after the completion of 5 years, given no new election has taken place. Until unless there is no new election has taken place, they will sit in the office. Okay, like earlier president will sit in the office has taken place and no new president has been elected till then. Okay, he can also be re-elected. So in on the point of view of PYQs or in the form of MCQs, you can remember this. They can do the re-election. Okay, president re-election is possible. President re-election is possible in India, and there is no cap. Like 2, 3, 4 times they can become the president of our India. Okay. After that, you can see what are the qualification of the president. Okay, this is your article, and like who else can become the president of India? You can see now. He should be a Indian citizen. His age should be minimum 35 years age. For president, you have to be minimum 35 years. 35 years. Okay. He should qualify the conditions to be elected as a member of Lok Sabha. He should be elected as a member of Lok Sabha. He should not hold any office of profit under the state government, central government and any public authority. Okay. These are the conditions to become the president of India, you can say. These are the qualifications. And what are the conditions of president office? To be in the president office, what are the conditions? He cannot be a member of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. If he has been a member of either of the House Sabha, he should vacate his seat on his first day as president in the office. If he is actually electing as a president, he should vacate his seat from Lok Sabha or either of Rajya Sabha. Okay. He should not hold any office of profit. This should be the aim of our government, like he should not hold any office of profit. For his residence, he should be given the Rashtrapati Bhavan, okay, provided to him without any payment of rent. This is obvious, okay. After that, Parliament will decide the emoluments, allowances and privileges, okay. Like what is the allowances given to the president? Allowances, privileges and emoluments. Who decides all this? Okay, it is the Parliament who decides all this. After that, you can say Parliament cannot diminish his emoluments, allowances during his terms of office. Okay, he is given immunity from any criminal proceedings. Okay, even in respect of his personal acts, arrest and imprisonment of president cannot take place. Only civil proceedings will take place while president is in the office. They do not allow any criminal proceedings against the president. Only civil proceedings is allowed. And that also can be initiated for his personal acts. That too after giving 2 months prior notice. Civil proceedings will also be allowed. First, you have to give the 2 month prior notice to the president. Okay. After that, what is the procedure for impeachment of a president? That is Article 61, impeachment of a president. The only condition for the initiation of the impeachment of president is the violation of the Constitution. Okay. Indian Constitution contains no definition or violation of the Constitution. Okay, Indian Constitutions contain no definition. Right now, our Indian Constitution do not define what is to be called as violation of the Constitution. Okay, the impeachment process of president is given below. We have taken Lok Sabha as the first house to initiate. Lok Sabha will be the first house to initiate the impeachment. Okay, who initiate the impeachment against the president? That is the Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha too can initiate, okay, impeachment charges against president. In that case, it will pass the resolution and send the charges to the Lok Sabha, which will investigate and pass it if it's find those charges are valid. Okay, Rajya Sabha too can initiate the impeachment of the president, but in that case they have to send that charge to the Lok Sabha. If Lok Sabha passes it, if they find it as valid, then only this proceedings will be initiated. Okay. How the impeachment of the president will take place? That is, Lok Sabha initiates the impeachment charges. The impeachment charges are signed by 1/4 member, 1/4 members of the Lok Sabha, and 14 days prior notice will be given. Given to the President of India. After that, Lok Sabha passes the impeachment charges with 2/3 majority. Lok Sabha will pass it through 2/3 majority. And then it send it to the Rajya Sabha. Here in the Rajya Sabha investigated the charges, okay. Investigating charges, President has the right to sit in the proceedings. This also is like hidden, okay, but you don't have to keep it take it lightly, okay. You have to remember this. Like in this sitting of the impeachment of the president in Rajya Sabha, President has the right to sit in the proceedings of his own impeachment. Okay, and after that, if Rajya Sabha agrees to the changes and passes it by the 2/3 majority, if Rajya Sabha passes this by the 2/3 majority, and President stands removed. Okay, after that, President will be impeached. So that's all for today. After that, we will see the powers of the President and in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.